show. We'll be seeing you on that foreign show. We'll be seeing you. We'll be seeing you every Friday here at TFS. That foreign show. We'll be seeing you on that foreign show. We'll be seeing you. We'll be seeing.
Entrando por tus oídos hasta llegar al centro de tus emociones, ADR Networks está en este momento
activando tus sentidos.
ADR Networks presenta.
This is Celestine Angel.
And I'm Isaac Crouch.
And this is...
Foreign Show!
On the foreign show.
Hi!
What do you do, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to that foreign show on ADR Networks. I'm Isaac Rakesh.
I'm Celestine Angel. What's good, people? We are here activating your senses.
Yep.
So right now, we are going to do that Insider, our segment where we recommend stuff. So shamelessly, we're going to recommend our events. Yeah,
Shameless plug alert.
So Isaac and I are the vocalists of Illuminary, and we are collaborating with Fire Sessions to do an event next week. Next Saturday on the 27th.
Yes.
And the idea for Fire Sessions is that it's partying to give you a good vibe. We're focused on it being like an authentic, organic experience. We're trying to keep the vibration clean, basically. That's what the whole group wants to focus on. And
yes, we were talking with the boys last night about organizing the event. Just putting some pieces together, and we all agreed on this point.
That's what we are coming together for. We
want
align ideas for that.
Yeah. So it's called Rhythm y Vibras. Presented by Fire Sessions. That's Fire Sessions. All right, with hip hop, R&B, dancehall, Afrobeats, reggae, DJ Ski High. Shout out to DJ Ski High. He was on our show an episode ago. Hope you guys caught that one. You can go check that episode and check out what DJ Ski High is like.
Yeah, like we have already promised that DJ Ski is really good. Like every song he plays, the way he does it, everything, it's like proper. So,
multiple genres also. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, and he's like, according to Dante, I mean, we've heard him only with like Afrobeats, hip hop, dancehall, reggae. But we even on our episode with Ski, he also mentioned that he loved all genres, and he's like from what we assume, really good with all. So
yes, better got skills on the 1 and 2s. Yes.
Right.
Okay, so it's 27th of May. Right? 27th of May. And 150 entry fee.
Yeah, the posters up.
There you go.
So
Koba Fusion Rooftop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's called Koba Fusion Rooftop, but according to Dante, it's not on the rooftop. We're not super sure. We have Isaac and I haven't gone out to check out the place, but we'll be updating you. And also next Friday, we will be reminding you again because it is the Saturday after.
A little disclaimer about the picture over there. That's the kind of vibe that we are. there's gonna be like, it's gonna be because tropical vibes, right? Tropical vibes,
Yeah.
be having
Getting
fun,
down and dirty. Okay.
getting down, doing your thing, whatever it is.
But like really, like the idea for these events that we are hosting, it's like to build a community together, to have fun,
Yeah, to have fun.
to have really clean, good vibes.
Yes.
We are very focused on that. Like how if the intention is there, that's what it's gonna be.
Yes, and if we're being completely honest, this communities that we're building are communities of people who are like-minded also. They're very positive, and focus on self-growth.
Yeah.
And good vibes,
Consciousness.
And us doing this event, all right, it's a musical thing for us. Tell them a bit about that, like Illuminary playing this show, with DJ Ski High.
So yeah, this is going to be us hosting and freestyling. So it's something fresh and new, and we're very excited to do it.
Yeah, very excited. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like really an opportunity for us to connect deeply with you guys, like in a different way, and we are like super pumped to do it. Please come down, like all of you foreigners out there, all of the locals that like want to come through and just hang out. Like we are really, really happy to have you. Okay, so let's go on to our guest for today.
Our guest for today is a very interesting guest, and someone that I'm really excited to talk to, and also to
right. Could you tell them like a bit about Yan Yan? Her name is Yan Yan. So meanwhile, I'm going to just share our Facebook link. The Facebook link for this episode on our Facebook, which is facebook.com/thatforeignshow.
Word.
So
today's episode, today's guest, all right, we're going to get into digital creation, all right? But specifically, all right, Yan Yan, all right, she's going to share about her culture, all right, what she's experienced in Mexico through her art, all right, and also her journey. And I bet she's backstage right now. Oh, it says, I just got word that the guest has not arrived yet, so we gotta.
No problem. We are going to like drop her a message.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna stalk her Instagram page live. Right? Let's do this. All right. So she's an artist. All right. On Instagram, she's a Nube_Jaguar. Nube_Jaguar. Right. Digital creator. And she goes by the name of Yan Yan. All right.
So she's an artist. Like a full-on one. Like if you look at her Instagram page, you can see on her Instagram page that her art is very anime-ish, and he has like a distinct style that like we were discussing about it, and it's talking about how it's like an Asian thing. And later, I think she's going to tell us more.
No, but from the looks of it, okay, if you can pull up her, yes, okay. What you're looking at is exactly what we're looking at right now. Also, if you look at that art, if you scroll down, just look at the first two rows. You look at that art, right? It's like I don't know much about a lot of manga stuff or animation, not too much, But what I can tell is that this is it looks like something new, like it's like a mix of like maybe a Chinese style.
Yeah, like I think the style is really different, and I'm interested to find out more about it. I mean, it's definitely not a style that we are used to. And the Asian element is very strong. Yeah, and also I need to mention that Yan Yan is also a graffiti artist. I mean, you can see here from the murals that she did on the wall.
Yes, there's one here that she's done on the street corner. Wow, they look super dope. Yes, and oh wow, okay, you're looking at all these kind of like images or characters. I want to ask her about these characters, like where how she's come up with them, or how they're part of her art,
And I mean, like I feel that like foreigner that comes to another country, like Mexico for this instance, like along with wanting to find immersion and like feel things that can help them to grow and just have a very fulfilling experience. They also at the same time want to share their culture. They also want to share who they are, part of them and all that. So this episode, I actually really want to discuss with Yan about that, like how has it been like here, like diffusing like her Asian style art, like what has been the response, you know, what does she think about like the like what her art means in terms of like how it relates to a foreign audience, that kind of thing.
The list is growing of things that we want to ask the guests. But ladies and gentlemen, the guest is not here, unfortunately. So we're just gonna keep talking to you guys a bit about Yan Yan, our guest, all right, and her art. We're just kind of looking at her art. We've actually had interactions with her before in some meetings, you know, about some other collaborative things that she's done, and yes, that basically that vibe of an artist or being a digital creator is something that is very interesting that we definitely want to get into with her, right? And about how she actually does what she does, right? Okay. Now, first thing,
I've already dropped her a message. She hasn't responded yet, but just a while ago, she already knew that to stand by to come on. So anytime now, we would expect her.
All right. So her page leads to another page, Capital Art. All right. I'm gonna urban art community. All right. So yeah, this is the kind of
I'm going to give her a call.
these are the vibes. Yeah, give her a call. Find out where she is. These are the kind of vibes that we are talking about.
Hi, you're on.
Hello.
Hey,
Welcome to the show.
Good to have you.
it's a pleasure.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Let's get into it. We have a whole bunch of questions that we wanna get into it with you. Yes. We were looking through your page and talking to the people about your art and stuff.
Yes. So, and first and foremost, let's find out you are from China, correct?
Yes, I'm from China, from Shanghai. So, what is this?
Shanghai. So Shanghai is really international. Like everyone is there, and so like while you're there, like did you get like I mean, you were in art. Did you showcase your gallery, your art in Shanghai as well?
Yes, well, actually, when I was in Shanghai, I'm more like a curator. So, well, a little bit about my background is like I've been working in, well, in the beginning, I work in like an advertising agency, and then I work like a brand like that. So that's how I start with the communication with the street art scene, because it's like that's how I start with the hip hop, with graffiti, with like a skater community, and then like you're getting inspired by those liberty, those crazy people. So you, in the end, you don't want to work in the company anymore.
And if we're talking about libertines or rebels or whatever, and you're doing graffiti, that's completely like the statement is that, right? Yeah.
So it's very interesting. So basically you're working with these brands basically who are trying to maybe get inspiration from the street artists, right? Like yourself, right? How do you practice your craft? Like, what do you do? Like, how is it that when you feel like doing something?
Good question.
Yeah.
So mainly, well, it's like in the beginning, it's just, well, actually, I've been trying doing different kind of things on different media, from like those paper. I even tried tattoo as well, and then I start like work with graffiti artists. So in the beginning, I'm kind of like doing a assistant with them. So, but it's because like the scene in China, it's very interesting. It's not that easy to have like a wall to paint, and they're not really a legal scene in China.
Oh, okay.
So basically most of the time, if you can do something, that will be legal, and you need to have someone to do to be the bridge, do the communication with the like graffiti artist and the company you work with. So, but they're also but like the graffiti artist, they always want someone they trust, they're close to. So I start being the person that always be with them. I communicate for them, and I also like I start painting with them, and I.
Okay, wait, hold on. I gotta pause you for a second. Just that's very interesting. So basically, you were the person who was able to kind of connect with the artists and also at the same time with the company, or with what you need, what kind of jobs you need to do. So what makes you think? What do you think gave you that kind of that kind of view that made you able to do that kind of thing?
Well, maybe it's like the more time you spend with the more time you spend with the artist, and you kind of like to understand, like from technique to their thinking, like why they do that. It's also like I am close to them, so it's easier for me to ask like why you do that, and they would love more to explain why they do this, why they do that. And sometimes you don't ask, you just stay just like staying next to them and helping them, and then they kind of like to share their thinking with you, because they're not like those weird people don't like talk. They also like, the people in the street usually they like to express, they like to talk, they like to share their thinking, and then like little by little you start like understand why they're doing that, and then you try to make your own stuff. And then like sometimes when I go to like a street art festival, there was I am painting, look, there is a little space beside, and if you want you can paint too. So okay, let's try. And I start painting and to
Right.
work with them, so we start doing like a collaboration. So that's how I start, and it's like how they inspire the people, because everyone is from the street. No one, they always like motivate the people around them to paint. So it's, for me, I feel it's very natural. It's natural. The only thing is
So like,
you just like start
sorry.
to participate.
Earlier you mentioned that like in China, obviously there's a lot of like restrictions, and like we already know like what China is like for a lot of different things. Like they don't even have Facebook. They have a lot of restrictions for different things, and I'm very sure like graffiti is a no-no, right? Like it's very much illegal. So like how has it been in Mexico? Because Mexico is a lot more relaxed with things. I know that it's probably not there are areas that are illegal and all that, but in Mexico it's much easier to do graffiti art, right?
Well, I think it really depends on the definition on graffiti, because if you really talk about like a bombing or those like tagging, those really 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 illegal stuff, I think in China, in Mexico, it's kind of same. But the result is different, because in China they got cleaned by the government quickly, so that's why you don't see it. And however, if you try to talk about, we call like spray artwork or like a street art. I think here is easier, because like in China, because all the public area belongs to the government, they're like highly controlled. But here it's like if the owner agreed, you can paint that on my wall, then it's fine. But obviously if you want to do like a huge like mural stuff, you still need to get into the government. But the thing is, like,
Right.
if you want to go to, for example, like if you have a wall like facing in the street, and you look my design, okay, I think it's cool. Then, well, boom, let's go.
But like, then what do you think about art in general? Like, whether it's like, like the government of China, do you feel like, all the culture in China, do you think that they are more receiving of art, or because they want to control things, so they are more controlled about that compared to, like, for example, Mexico?
Yeah, I think in China is more like everything needs to be in control, and they need to make sure the the standard of the art is good in that point of view. The content is healthy in that point of view. Yeah, basically
Yeah,
like that. And also, I think the cultural background really influenced it, because for example, like but I went to the House of Vans, Mexico, and you can see there is a huge mural inside, and but which is a skeleton. Well,
Okay.
oh, okay.
yeah, skeleton in East and in West obviously is different. And
Yeah,
when
totally get it. Yeah.
when you go to the culture scene in China, the Chinese people see the skeleton is like evil, that's like
Right.
Bad luck.
100% negative. But here, people understand, well, skeleton could be death, could be just science. I mean, it's just a part of the body which is inside. So
Yeah,
I mean,
that's really interesting thing to point out. Yeah.
Yeah.
so here it's if you see the skeleton, it's nothing. It's funny. It's interesting. Even in the children's book, in the textbook, you can see skeleton. It's normal. And I
It's like
remember
different ways. It's like a different ways, like the Asian culture and the Mexican culture, and treat death, right? Like for us Asians, it's like a very big deal. Cannot mention it, like like for my friends, it'll be like, yeah, don't mention that. But here it's like embraced. You think about it, like even though we have
Celebrating,
Qingming, we have like the cleaning of the but even so, that's the only day you think about death. The rest of the year you don't.
Break it down for the people. What's Qingming?
But even that, when you mention about the
Like-
death, it's sad. It should be sad. You cannot laugh. But
Yeah,
here, like,
it's not a joke, yeah.
taking it more. I would say more practical, because if you're always thinking about the death, you feel sad, but it doesn't work. So it's like how you make most use of the days you're still here.
Yeah, I think it's that. No, it's kind of really just accepting it. So what the culture here is more of like, it's not that they are thinking about death all the time, but it's more of like you've accepted it. So when you see the skull, it's just like looking at your own hand. It's like it's a part of your body, right? So that's a beautiful thing about that, and different perspectives, and talking about perspectives, right? People are really interested in this thing about digital creation. Like maybe you can tell the people a bit about how do you after creating your art, how do you reach your fans, or how do you reach people with your art?
Well, I think for me, it's like, I think it's really related to your life. For me, it's like, well, you can see like recently my sketch or my work, it's really like I try to link Chinese culture and the culture here. So actually, I want to reference what I learned and my experience through my work, and I think that's the thing which is related to the people who see me. Because if I just do something irrelevant, I feel it's more like a work, a job. But if I'm doing something about my thinking, I think it's more interesting. For example, I put myself into my character, and so the character changes along with me, actually. So actually,
I can see that. That's why the first post on your Instagram is it's your picture, right? And then it's your character, right?
Yeah.
Is that the reference, right?
Yeah, well, it's something like that, and also the content. because well, my character originally it's just a cloud. It's only a cloud, but
Okay.
it's only a cloud, but it's also related to my work at that time, because at that time I am doing like I was working in events, so the culture is highly connected with skateboarding, and during that
Right.
time I really want to inspire like people, more like girls, to inspire them or to motivate them to do the skateboard or like a try it. And also because I also like painting, so I'm doing this kind of like the cloud, like doing skateboarding, like flying in the air, because that's
Right.
I think that is something interesting, and it's something very acceptable, and because it's it's cute, and also it's to the Chinese culture. When you see a cloud, you always say, "Oh, cloud is something lucky." And so why don't you like try your luck and do some skateboarding and enjoy it. But after I arrived here, I start what yes I went to the CEPE to study Spanish. And during the class, there is a class about their like a Hispanic culture, and then I learned about all the gods, all the animals, what that resemble their traditional culture. So I found like okay, the jaguar, like the jaguar, is like their warrior. So I'm thinking, well, it's fine. I'm here and I like these characters, so I merged the warrior,
With the
the
cloud.
with my cloud. So that's how my name is like a Nube Jaguar. It's
Warrior
like
cloud.
Jaguar, the Jaguar cloud. So after that I start like putting my life, what I learned, where I went, to put everything in this character. And recently I'm thinking of a part of that, what else can be shared, and start looking to the how to say the cartoon Chinese cartoon character. I found that thing is interesting, and I like to put them into my character.
So, like, I mean, I think we're at a point where we can ask you about like your style, because
Yeah.
like that's what we were discussing just before you came on. That the designs or your creations, they look very unique, very different from what we are
Yeah.
used to. Like this anime kind of drawing style. Like it feels lighter. It feels like I don't know, like more Asian. Maybe you could explain. Yeah.
Well, it's like, well, like in the beginning, I also tried the Japanese anime style, and then I get bored, and then I try some American style, and I get bored. So, well, technically, I would love to try everything, and it's just like skateboarding, like experiment. It's like also like the food we eat. You try to put
For
the
sure.
different of like ingredients and to see which flavor you prefer.
So like you basically made your own style, right? Like this kind of I don't know what to call it. Penmanship is like uniquely yours, correct? Like because it feels really different.
It does feel really different and does feel really unique. Also, we are looking at your page here on Celestine's phone, and the characters and everything. Yeah,
It's so cute.
yeah, it's so cute, but it has its own like cultural DNA.
Yeah. It's actually
Like because some of these stickers, like I'm looking at a small purple one, and it has at first glance it has a bit of the Mickey Mouse. What's that? Mighty Mouse. If you remember Mighty Mouse, like that kind of vibe. But yeah, so I don't know if you remember, Mighty Mouse. But yeah, it has that kind of vibe, and then that kind of like. It's really interesting, and these things really interest us here on the forum show also because we are very interested to talk to people who have kind of integrated their travels, their art, and their life, and people who seem to be able to make it work, like you, and there are a lot of people who are also interested to connect with artists like you, what kind of advice do you think you have for someone who says, yes, I want to make art, I have these ideas, but they have, how will I make money, for example, or what is the point of doing that as a career? What would you say to someone like that?
Well, it's like for me, from my experience, many is like you go to the local event. For example, my experience, I went to first I went to a friend's gallery, and they called Gamma. They also like a support street art. They support like a local artist, and then they also have like a bazaar show. They call like Cartoon Madness. And then you see.
Okay. Sorry, you say Country Madness? What was it again?
Cartoon Madness.
Cartoon
Yeah, so
Madness. Okay.
for example, it's like a bazaar, and in that bazaar, there were like tons of artists, like individual artists. They don't have like a manager's stuff, so they're all independent artists. And then you see they just making their own things. They do their own production. They put stickers. They do T-shirts. They make different kind of how you said the prints. And then you just like start like learn from them. You talk to them, and just don't be scared. Just be brave and ask. Oh, yes, your stuff is cool, and can I do this? So how can I do that?
How can I connect?
Sure, and they say, oh, if you're interested, then we can try together. And then you just ask them how to make that, how to make stickers, where to put them, and you just like gradually start it, and then you little start have your own merch, own product. So I think it's also important, especially for foreign people. I mean, it's especially for Chinese community, because not only here, like from other places. I mean, I don't really know now, but like before, like a Chinese, Asian, I don't know Asian. I would just like a Chinese community. They're pretty closed. Well, they don't like talk to the local people and try to like join them. But I think
unfortunately, yeah.
Well, I don't know if in the area of those like a trading business, because it's totally different. Yeah. But I think I think in the area of art, like a music thing, I think it's the best way is to join the local community and be part of them. I think that's how you start in another country or another city.
Right. And how has it been like with your art, like with all the Chinese influences in your art and everything? How has it been received, like with the Mexican audience?
Well, many of them they think it's like cute. They're funny, and they would love to ask you some like questions. Well, what is this? What is that? Yeah, and I mean, apart from the painting sticker thing, I also did some like the Chinese mooncake, Chinese food. And
okay.
If you have any chance, you just bring
I see it,
and also people are interested about it.
I see.
I want, please. The pink mooncake looks delicious.
Wow. Okay, so
delicious.
This when is it going to be available? Or because is it during Mooncake Festival, or is it all year round? Can we order it now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. So, wow.
They're
okay,
Pastel
de Luna. Right.
Yeah,
okay.
we're seeing it on the
yeah.
page.
That looks delicious. Yeah, that looks delicious.
And it's actually in the beginning is the Chinese Lunar, not Chinese Lunar, the Moon Festival. In the beginning, I just like doing it and share with my local friends. And then yes, it's like they say, oh, maybe you can sell it in the bazaar or some event, and then just try it, and the people are always curious about it.
Right. Yeah, because I mean, and do you do it like authentic Chinese mooncake style, or do you make it like for the Mexican taste bud?
I tried. Well, I tried to keep the original one, but obviously the ingredient is not easy to get, and then it's sometimes it's a little bit to explain. So, for example, you remember the Hong Kong the Hong Kong one? They have the durian. So
Yeah.
some people here it's still a little bit heavy for them. So
Yeah, durian is.
I mean,
Yeah, that's an advanced level.
yeah,
Durian
that's
is-
advanced level. Like
Yeah.
most Westerners, I include Mexico in it. Like they don't like the smell of durian,
Yeah,
right?
but even
Yeah.
the egg yolk is a bit of a stretch for some people, right? Like egg yolk, the chicken egg. I mean the
The egg yolk
the
in
egg
the
yolk
in the
in the
mooncake.
mooncake.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah,
yeah,
but
sometimes I will try to do like maybe one or two demonstration just to tell them, look, we have this. But maybe you prefer the the crema
The
pasta.
plain one. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, this has been your way of sharing your culture with Mexico, right? Like you do mooncakes, you do art that has like all these Asian influences, like and like how I mean
Mhm.
the
Because I
sorry.
think it's kind of because I think it's really from my it's really emotional because by the time I want to do that is because I really want to do that because I have
right.
emotion with it because for example when I'm doing the mooncake because maybe I really have a little bit homesick and
Yeah,
then
for
when I
sure,
eat
for sure.
it
Yeah.
I really have the emotion the memory of eating the mooncake when I was home so I really want to share that part of emotion with my friends here.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
totally get it. Totally get
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
totally get it. Yeah,
so
mooncake has that kind of
So
yeah.
it's like when you share something, for example, when I share something from my own culture, it's because I have emotion in it. So more than sharing the stuff, the product, it's mainly like I want to share my emotion with you. So I think that's how
Very
I
beautifully
do it.
said.
And yeah, yeah, I think
I guess
that's
that
how I do it.
yeah, that's the beautiful thing. I mean, like about that building community and sharing moments, sharing moments of
Yeah, then
connection
like
and
bridging
feeling. Yeah,
cultures, like you are offering like a taste of China or Asia that like your friends here have not seen or understood, and then like just from you alone, they get an idea,
you
and
get
a
an idea.
feeling,
Yes.
and they expand their world. So yeah, the cultural exchange is a very beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, and yes, and thank you for your service as an artist, you know what I mean, to humanity, because this kind of stuff is like there's a lot of things that there are a lot of things that literally can't be explained. I mean, and there's no way to really explain. One of the things is kind of like the feeling you
It's
get
just
when
feelings,
you
yeah.
when you connect with an artist or with art itself, you know. And for us on that forum show, a lot of the guests that we've been talking to over the weeks or so, there's a common theme also of independent people, right, who are doing their art, whatever the art may be, if it's filmmaking or something, and the common theme of really just jumping into your art and letting it become something that is meant to be, maybe through the people, maybe through feedback or depending on what your art is. But the whole idea is just kind of just letting it be what it is,
I mean, so like personally, like for us, we definitely feel like coming to Mexico has been helpful for us to just be real artists, because like back in Asia, it's very controlled, like a lot of restrictions, and you feel like you just need to do it for money. So like I was just singing in the hotels and all that and stuff, and it doesn't feel like a proper artist. It feels like a singing monkey in a way, Yeah, and so then like like my question to you will be like, do you feel the same way? Like coming here, do you feel like this explosion of art inside you, like for yourself?
I think here is it's like how you mentioned when you come here you feel you have more good vibes around you. You can feel there are more positive energy around you. and you feel like everyone is like motivate you. For example, I remember once there are two example. One is I was painting in a barrio, and I was painting my character, but like a playing football in the Chinese way and in the Hispanic way, juego de pelota.
Okay. Oh wow, okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Good idea. Yeah.
In my post, there were two characters playing football, and then there are people pass by. They give you like a cookies or snacks, and they say it's very good. Or sometimes they pass by, they say, oh, you're really good. So what are you painting? So can you paint in my house and blah 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 blah? And I say okay.
That's,
That's
dope. Yeah.
that's how you gradually like moving on. And the other one is I went to the mural festival last month. Yes. And you painting, and the people taking pictures of you, and the people they give you stickers and say, can we do collaboration? Can we paint together again? Yes, that's how you move on. And for example, that because you want to make collaboration, because you want to paint more, you're definitely going to accept. And then that is it. That's the flow.
That's the flow, right?
Yeah.
Being in the flow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Being in
Right.
the flow.
And like for yourself, you have been an artist since you were young. Like, did you already draw, already paint when you were little?
Yes, it's like because it's also a family thing, because both my parents, they also paint. Well, even though in China it's difficult for them to be like independent
Professional.
professional artists. They have to work as a designer or something. But yes, they know how to paint, and they like painting. And then when I was young, they would say, "Oh, you can paint." So I started painting when I was young, and then, but the education scene changed. So not everyone wants to be an artist, or I mean, they have to be choose. And in that time, it's like only the kids, they cannot, they don't study good. They go to paint. That's the situation.
Oh, okay.
I see. Okay.
Because
Okay.
the education, the school system is like you don't need to get higher score in your math, your Chinese literature or English.
Right.
Yeah, you don't need a higher score. You just maybe need a middle lower score, and then you take another exam of art. That's how you get into the art school. So that makes
Okay.
people think, you don't study good, then you can go to paint.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like it's just for the leftover people or something, right?
Yeah.
They don't take it seriously.
That seems to be one of those themes in Asia. Like, yeah. So you get good grades, you do like science and engineering, right? Like or whatever, and then art.
Yeah,
Well,
important jobs and less important jobs. Like also like during the COVID times,
Like that. But
there was
later
this
on,
whole
but later on, you see, if you can paint, it matters.
Yo, I have to say this.
Yeah.
It matters.
If you can
Yes.
do art, you have more. That's what we say. You have more liberty you have more freedom to be outside of the office.
yeah.
For sure.
And it just really feeds your soul, like going into the areas where art makes you go into. It's just really good. I mean, for everybody actually, not just
Yes.
artists, but like even for executives to come and join in art sessions for a while, like it's just very healing. It's like therapy.
Yes, and I think that's going to change, like what you were saying just now, that whole thing about people wanting to survive or artists wanting to survive and not being able to kind of do that. I think that's kind of that perspective is going to change, and it's very interesting also, like this thing about with AI. I mean, what are your thoughts about AI? Since you are an artist and you're a visual artist, visual is your medium most of the time. What do you think about a lot of these people or these artists using AI? And
Well, actually, I tried the AI stuff. I tried the mini journey. if you didn't try, you're not going to understand. And after you try it, you don't have. It's like you don't have like you're not as scared as before, because you see actually AI is not that magic. AI is still a tool, because
Yeah.
Word.
it's like a computer. It's like a computer. You can use this computer to make a lot of stuff, but in the end, the idea and what you really create is still in your mind. For example, I've been trying like I want to ask the AI to do some drawing with my character, but the outcome but outcome is never exactly what I want, and I need to do a lot of changes. So after that is, well, no more scare.
Yeah, it's really interesting, yeah, because I think. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, but it's good. It's like because the AI is it's kind of random. It's random and it gives you a lot of weird stuff. And the weird stuff you can use that weird because you think, oh, it's so weird. It's ugly, or it's you don't know what is that, but it actually it's something interesting, because it's not happened. It's from a human. If it's from a human logic, maybe that's one is no, it doesn't make sense. But and then you say yes, it's just because it doesn't make sense. So it's funny, it's new, it's interesting, and then you learn that you how you say you observe that kind of like nutrition or something and put in your own artwork. It's also interesting. Yeah.
That's very interesting, and I feel also like what you were saying earlier, like you were trying to, you were saying just now that it's important, like art is important, like, but that vibe I think is like, it's almost like when dealing with AI also, it's like the artist becomes the source, right? Because the ideas come, the ideas
like,
come from the artist.
Like as you said earlier, AI is simply the tool.
The tool.
Because you're not going to just take whatever they give you. Like it's still not exactly what you want, and then you have to like work around it and use it, in fact, to give ideas. And the weird gives inspiration sometimes, but it's also still yours. It's not. It's to intend the art, like to direct it. Yeah.
So it'd be really cool if you use it, no? Like learn how to kind of like really use AI, right?
Yeah.
As an artist, like that journey.
Like to use it correctly.
Use it correctly, yeah.
Not like just copy and paste. Or, however, maybe students might be doing it if they are a lack of time. I don't know.
It's really depends on what you want. If you like art because you like the process, you like to paint, the process make it important, make the art important to you, then you just enjoy the process. And the process of AI, they're not going to affect you. But if you think about like a selling or how people like take advantage of you by using AI, then that's another matter.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting that because we actually saw your Instagram page, and then we realized that you are a digital creator, and then so we actually thought of like talking about these things with you during the episode as well.
Yes, these things are like kind of hot topics that we've kind of identified that people watch our show, or people in general are actually kind of interested in, and especially with artists like yourself. Yeah, so it's been a really, really interesting conversation. Our producers have just told us that we have about 5 minutes left in the show. So at this point, we will usually ask you what final words you have for our guests.
For an audience, especially on this topic of like sharing themselves, or if you want to just be about art, up to you. What do you want to talk about? But sharing the culture with Mexico.
Well, I think the thing I really want to talk about is enjoy your life, and well, for me, always try something new, try something different. Yes.
Beautiful. That's beautiful. Cloud.
Like, coming here to Mexico already is like they are taking the step to like embrace the unknown, the something different, and then like keep basically what you're saying is like go for it and really grow, right? That kind of thing.
Yes. Try everything. Try well, I'm not really saying like try the dangerous thing. You can go to some people say dangerous area, but not that dangerous. But be careful. It's really dangerous for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like coming from where we are from, like, yeah, it's definitely something to note, that to open your eyes, to be alert, and just have more common sense, in a way, you know.
But try everything, right? Just try everything. That's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Anyway, thank you so much,
Yes, thank you so
Yan,
much
for coming on the show. We really enjoyed talking to you.
Mm-hmm. And thank you for the great moment for sharing.
Yes, and we'll see you. We shall do some collabs like how we planned.
Yes.
So I'm Celestine Angel signing out.
I'm Isaac Rakesh.
And we have Yan Yu, and we are here activating your senses on That Foreign Show.
That foreign show. We'll be seeing you on that foreign show.